Vous méritez tous nos investissements dans le sport. C'est pourquoi j'engage les collectivités territoriales, les communes, les conseils départementaux. J'engage le secteur privé à accompagner les efforts de l'État dans la réalisation des infrastructures sportives pour motiver davantage les ambitions. Je saisis l'occasion pour remercier nos partenaires financiers dans ce stade, la Standard Chartered Bank et la Société Générale, qui nous ont accompagnés dans le financement du projet, ainsi que la Société islamique d'assurance des investissements et des crédits à l'exportation qui a garanti les prêts. Je félicite et remercie M. Selim Bora, PDG de Souma, qui a construit le stade, ainsi que ses partenaires locaux. Je félicite la SOGIP avec son DG Galoba. Je félicite la DGPU avec le ministre Diène Farbassar. Je félicite tous les travailleurs qui ont... Il nous reste maintenant, mes chers compatriotes, il nous reste à gagner le pari du meilleur mode de gestion et d'entretien, que l'ouvrage et ses équipements soient durables. maa ngi leen di dënk stade bi ñu toppatoo ko 12e gaynde ale Casa, tous les supporters, mbir mi seen yëf la. Désormais, c'est dans cette belle tanière que nos vaillants lions rugiront à la conquête de l'Afrique et du monde, portant haut les couleurs nature dédiées à la jeunesse, et une invite à poursuivre notre chemin sur la voie de l'excellence et de la fraternité humaine qui forge la cohésion et la grandeur d'une nation. Les vertus rassembleurs du sport nous rappellent que nous sommes une seule et même nation, unie par sa devise, un peuple, un but. Le président Abdoulaye Wade en hommage à son parcours multidimensionnel d'intellectuels, de panafricanistes, d'hommes politiques et d'anciens présidents de la République du Sénégal. Ainsi, pour que vive et se perpétue Ainsi donc, pour que vive et se perpétue la continuité intergénérationnelle, nous lions le nom du président Wade à la jeunesse de notre pays, symbole de vitalité et d'espérance. Ainsi et ensemble, épaule contre épaule, continuons notre marche résolue vers notre destin commun. Vive la jeunesse sénégalaise, vive la jeunesse africaine. Je vous remercie. Jërë ngeen jëf.
Named after the former President Abdoulaye Wade, as you heard from President Macky Sall there. And, of course, it has been a long speech somehow, but most of the things that he said was to thank the people that have been invited for the occasion, but also the Senegalese national team. He named some of them: Sadio Mane, Kalilou Koulibaly, who is the captain. But especially Sadio Mane, particularly, he thanked him a lot for helping Senegal to win the Africa Cup of Nations. But this is a moment to bring the country together again, Usman. It's been quite a very momentous occasion. President Macky Sall finally declared this stadium.
Sure, it's a big day, Amadou, actually, for the fact that for Senegal this year is their day, for the fact that they have won the AFCON 2021. It's a significant day, and today they are officially inaugurating another stadium, which happens to be the Olympic Youth Stadium, which will be hosting the Olympic Youth Games in 2026. So it's a significant milestone for the Senegal, but not only Senegal, but Africa, like I said earlier on. So it's very important that such things are happening, and it's a day of reflection, a day that means a lot for not only Senegal, but equally as well African leaders and African citizens, because one, it is teaching Africans that they have to be patriotic citizens, they have to love their countries, and this has been demonstrated by citizens of Senegal today. We've seen them, all of them are wearing what they are putting on the color of Senegal, meaning that today there is no need for Macky or any other politician, but today is a day for Senegal. So that is showing the oneness in Senegal. So that is very important for any country's development, and equally as well, it is sending a message to our politicians that they should look into the infrastructure of sports. You know, despite the fact that citizens love their country, but what is the government doing to make sure that they help citizens, they boost the sport infrastructure is something that is very important, because sport is also part of those viable sectors which is not fully harnessed in Africa. When you go to European countries, you look at the level of sports, the Premier Leagues, you know, the La Ligas and different leagues. So it's the long way they have taken. So it's a process. And Africa as a continent, we have the resources, and this is something achievable with togetherness, with the collaboration of leaders and the joining of resources to make this is achieved.
Well, absolutely. It's a long journey, and like you said, this is part of preparation for the 2026 youth. Sports is developed. President Macky Sall have mentioned, as we speak, they have built the Dakar Arena, which is also in Diamniadio, and also they are renovating, you know, the other old stadiums in Dakar, you know, the stadium Leopold Sedar Senghor, Demba Diop, and other stadiums he mentioned, Kaolack and others. These are all facilities he wants to build. And of course, the few things that I've managed to understand in the French language that they have said is that he wants to make sure that even at the school level, at the universities, at different levels, young people have been supported, are given the opportunity by providing them with the required facilities for them to, you know, do very well in sports. Because I will tell you, Senegal winning this year's AFCON, or the 2021 AFCON of Nations, I should say, have, you know, brought so much joy for the nation, and they have waited for almost 60 years. So these are some of the former players who played in 2002, the 2000 generation. I think I understand there'll be an exhibition match, sort of a friendly game between them and some of their friends from Africa, the like of the Samuel Eto'os, the DJ Drogbas, the Wanku Kanus, and the JJ Okochas, and others will be playing here today. They are the one who will first roll the ball here, and as you can see them, so they are now being greeted by the Turkish president, of course, and other head of states that are there. And of course, this is just a lovely moment.
Day of reflection, not only a reflection, but a day of reunion as well. For the fact that coming in to join, you know, it shows the unity, and actually suspended by FIFA not to play games. So
our stadium is being banned, so we cannot host matches at home. So you know, the next qualifier against Chad, that's the premier round. We are going to play
It's a learning point for the government, for the fact that Barrow is in attendance of the event, and I believe, and most Gambians have been challenging him to question Macky Sall, to ask him how was he able to do it with only 2 terms. So if Macky can do it, and this project started in 2020, February 2020, that was when it was launched by the Senegalese president Macky Sall. But today we've seen it's been inaugurated. It's a very, you know, from 2020 till 2022, it's not a long frame. What could be done? So these are not privileges, Amadou.
Exactly. I just want to say, you know, as we are saying, these are part of the preparations for the Youth Olympic Games. You know, this Macky is lucky as a president that he have managed to witness this moment. But then it's good for us to say that we all know, because when such an event is organized in every country, you know, the country has been supported in building stadiums and having the facility ready in time. So this is one of it. Look at this. This is marvelous. So it's not to say everything is done by the Senegalese government or they own it. Yes, the Senegal own it, but then they are supported by, you know, by. Yeah, exactly.
But you have to understand that it is the responsibility of the government.
Yeah, they love it for the hosting.
The government is the bridge between the people and the other partners.
Yeah.
So it's the responsibility of the government. So
look at this. Look at this.
For sure.
Fantastic. This is just lovely. Well, now all the dignitaries are allowed to walk in to touch the ball. That looks like JJ Okocha, or is it Mikel Obi? I'm trying to find. I may recognize some of them. You know, and the Senegalese All Stars, the Ella Jules, the
it's like this day will be recorded in history.
No, absolutely.
It's a very interesting.
Look at George Weah there. We all know him. He's a former African best player, former African, and of course world best player, European best player as well. George Weah, the Liberian president, and Gianni Infantino, he also used to be a good player for France. He is now the FIFA president. Paul Kagame, we all know how he is. He's one of the
of reflection, actually, for the fact that all political leaders are in, and it's a very symbolic day. And as I said, it's going to be a day reflected in the history books of the world, Africa and Senegal as well, because it's a very significant achievement for Senegal, for the fact that they have been achieving a lot, and this one, it's a mega one could call it as Amadou.
It is absolutely. They will say they place hands, Macky Sall there, as you can see, like this, and other head of states are also in the pitch as we speak. Let's see. That looks whether that is that Tony Silva. No, I don't think so. But maybe these are former Senegalese players and. Yes, and African players as well. They would have an exhibition game, and yeah, that looks like the stars gathered in Senegal to show us their skill. We all know how what they can do. We enjoy watching them play several years in African football, in European football as well. Now, before this game would start, I want us to discuss a bit about. You know, Senegal as a country, they went out there, they lobbied this championship, and then they won the right, and now they have been supported to build such a facility. Let's say in the Gambian context, it's just like as we speak, we have the hosting right of the OIC South, for sure, and we are benefiting of roads, bridges here and there. It's more or less the same. It's not entirely done by the Gambian government. They look for partners and they are supported to have this infrastructure built. It's the same thing. Senegal is enjoying right now. After the Youth Olympic in 2020, this stadium will remain in Senegal and they would benefit a lot from it. Like prior to the opening of this stadium, Senegal equally were struggling in terms of sporting fast because they were also, most of their stadiums are travel all the way to change to play their matches. So African leaders, I think this should be an inspiration. I hope Barrow would be inspired from
for sure he will be inspired. And with regards to what you said, that is why they are being elected into office.
Yeah.
These are not privileges. This is one of their duties to make sure that they serve as a bridge between the people and the partner's president, for the fact that most people are challenging him to do more. And with regards to infrastructures, like you said, all these infrastructures are good things for the country, despite they are looking wherever they may be. Like it can be in LRR, it can be in URR. At the end of the day, it's going to boost development because you have to understand that sports.
That's DJ Drogba there.
Sure.
Yeah, the former Ivory Coast and Chad.
Les chefs d'État, en compagnie de son excellence, monsieur le ministre, salut les joueurs, les légendes du football sénégalais et africain.
Yes, there you go. As you can see, they were introducing the players there, and you will hope to see the likes of Samuel Eto'o, as you can see him there, and DJ Drogba and others are preparing to get into the pitch again. This is an opportunity. We all miss them, missing them in action. A lovely moment to see these great stars again. They used to be rivals. So you can see the head of states are still shaking their hands, Osman.
Yeah, sure. It's a reflection, like I mentioned, but it's a day for Africa, and it shows that we can do it as a continent if we come together, if we work with stakeholders to make sure that we move our country. And that's Adama Barrow there, which is a very joyful moment for the fact that he is exchanging with other players internationally, both in Senegal and other countries. So it's a big moment for Africa. It's a big moment for Africa.
It is. It's a big moment. That's Aliou Goloko. He's a journalist, internationally also international journalist for sport journalist for Senegal. Now he works with CAF, I believe, and here they're still shaking hands. Coming back to the importance of this event, it's a big one for Senegal. It's a big one. So sport in Senegal, in Africa, you had Infantino saying it's a great development, and for the Senegalese people and the young ones in particular who would now get the opportunity some of their brothers couldn't have or have missed such a facility. This is just motivating, and it can inspire the young ones to take sports very seriously.
And you know, this comes at a time when the EU-Africa summit was just concluded some weeks back. Indeed. So it's a very interesting, even allocated 150 billion euros fund for the next 7 years. So it's a big plus for Africa.
Yeah, and then let's face it. Every country would want to have such a stadium. I know, and this is just how it is, and we will keep you posted as you witness this historic moment. And let's remember also the stadium is being named after the Senegalese former president Abdoulaye Wade, who also, we all know, has played great man side, and we hope we will have more of this in the African continent, and having several head of states in attendance of this remarkable moment would of course inspire them. When they go home, they can also be inspired to build such stadium, if not even to look partners and to work with others to build facilities. And like I said, Macky have said it, currently his government have started renovating all other stadiums in the country.
Sure, as they would say, politics come and go, but people stay as well. This is one example that one could learn from sports. It's a very good example with regards to that. When it comes to sport, everyone is brought under one umbrella, and today is a national day for the Senegalese people, for the fact that this is in favor of Africa's development. It's a good image for our continent. So it's something that is very remarkable. It is an achievement that in the history of Senegal. The stadium, 190 million euros. It's not a small project. It's a huge project.
It is indeed. And
design of the stadium, it's remarkable. It's one of the first-class stadiums in Africa and in West Africa at large. It's a big applause for West Africa because of recent we've witnessed significant developments in Africa, despite the other way around.
Yeah, challenges. We all know, but this is probably the way to go in terms of developing African sport to the level we all want it to be, because as a continent we struggle in different levels, but with this one I hope most, if not all, of the African leaders.
And for the fact that Macky Sall is taking the leadership of our African Union, it's very important because he is the president of Senegal, but this would also help in making sure that they look at better Africa to look for a way forward to make sure that the continent moves to a different level, because if he is involved today, he may better plans for the continent, not only for Senegal, but for the entire continent. So it's a big plan the continent, in as much as sport is concerned and in as much as the development is concerned and in infrastructure-wise.
All right. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the Turkish president, alongside Macky Sall and other African head of state, including making their way back before this game the way, and we would together enjoy to see the Drogbas, the Eto'os, the I think Kocha is also here, and we will have Alaj Juve with his former teammates in action in a moment. This is a moment of reflection. We all remember the as well in African football, but also in their moment in their respective European clubs and all that. So this is a good moment to have these players together to play this friendly match or exhibition game, whatever you want to call it. So we bring live coverage of the new Senegal'S stadium, that is Senegal. Should I say the stadium named after Abdoulaye? Maybe I think it's right to call it now the Abdoulaye Wade Stadium in Diamniadio in Senegal. Yeah,
stadium, but for the fact that it's named after what, it still belongs to Senegal.
As Matarba, the Minister of Sports for Senegal, he also Senegal have won everything in his time, and the only thing that they were left it was to win the Africa Cup of Nations, and eventually, they have got it during his time as the Minister of Senegal, and now again as the Minister, this is the moment that they built such a remarkable and state of the art, sporting facility. I think he has a good time as Minister of Sports in Senegal. He will be remembered for his great leadership and how he has managed to put the Senegalese sports to another level. I only wish you closely follow the media in Senegal, how he's praised. He's one of the best ministers, I can tell you, in Senegal. So this is lovely, and of course now having also the Youth Olympic Games in 2026 in Senegal, I think it's just remarkable. Again, sure. We have to say that
it's another development, it's another boost, it's another level for Senegal, for West Africa, I would say, for the fact that they'll be hosting the 2026 Youth Olympic Games, which is very remarkable in the history of our continent and the history of Senegal and West Africa. So this would sell the name of West Africa. This would sell the name of the Gambia, Senegal. So it's a win-win situation. That is why today people all over Africa, all over West Africa should see this day as a day, a national day for everyone, but not only for Senegal, because it's a day of reflection. It's a day that is meant for people to learn from it, to see that we can do it together as a people, as a nation, to make sure that we move to the other level. We've seen different players from different parts, because they are not only Senegalese players, but there are some players from other parts of Africa. So it's very important. It shows that unity, with unity we can earn a lot, and it is also telling our leaders that if they invest in sports, it will help to unite people, it will help to boost infrastructure, because if these structures are built, at the end of the day, they stay in Africa, they generate jobs. How many people will be employed in these places? To set up their businesses around the stadiums to make sure that they and all that is for the common good of Africa, is for the common good of West Africa and Senegal. So this should be a learning point. This is something people should look as a positive gains for the continent. And I think it would be important that, like you mentioned, this should be a start for Africa, for the fact that Africa, the 2021 AFCON has just ended. To show you that AFCON ends, but Africa has ended. We are one. We were the United States of America, Amadou.
The generation Demilde, Diallo, Ari Kamara, and Salif Jao, and those are the people I can remember. I still try to find to recognize few faces there, and yeah, I think that's behind is Abi Bay, I think, but Alassane Dour and others. So we should be a good game. It should be a moment to enjoy. Let's see what they can offer today. I know most of them would be are getting old now, and the fitness would not be there.
So it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a derby game, one could call it, like if you would say Real Madrid versus Barcelona. So it could be a derby game.
It's just a fun. They want to make fun out of this.
For sure.
Because most of them, like I said, are old. But it's good to have them in action again. You know, let's see what they can offer. I know the fitness and others would be something, but it should be interesting, I hope. As you watch, we will allow you to enjoy the game together and then see what they can offer. But just again to say, this is a fantastic moment for African sports, and Senegal have absolutely benefited from hosting as El Hadji Diouf. We all know him. He's such an interesting, El Hadji Diouf there. Yes, and like I was saying, the Senegal now have really taken the lead again in further developing African sports. Other countries had their share. That's Lamine Diatta, Ari Kamara, and others. Khalilou Fadiga is also in there. Now they have to make a joint photo. Souvenirs.
Players are also part of the team. It's interesting. It's going to be an interesting game.
No, it is. It should be interesting. I know it would not be as a competitive game, but I know we'll enjoy it.
It's a fun game.
Yeah,
like
it is. It is a fun game. Yeah, it's lovely to be here and you play before these presidents and such a facility. They are the first people that are going to play here. I think it's a great. I think won the Ballon d'Or. That is, he's a world African, should I say, a European best player from Africa and also a world best player. That's George Weah. So he is the only African player who have won that. So he would have been, and also probably he would have been here today.
He has made his name in
yeah, he has. Sports. He has. He used to be a great player. Sure. You know, that's why when he came to the Gambia. You remember when he came for the inauguration, he said he remembered in this Independence Stadium.
But one could also say it also means that a politician should should clear the ground for the youth, the players, to make sure that they excel, to be able to develop the country, the countries in Africa to the next level. Yeah. You know, which is something that is very important, because without the foundation, you know, it's going to be very challenging. As they would always say, youth are not very, proactive when it comes to work. But it starts with the politicians making sure that they set the ground so that they could move to a different level, which is very key.
Central referee would blow the whistle for the games to start, and then together we would enjoy watching these great stars of Africa in action again. They have done a lot for their country, and they represented them well. With pride, I have to say, and again they went in the international scene at their respective clubs, and they were one of the greatest players we have. So the game is on the way. I think we would allow the Samuel Eto'o there, the Cameroonian and former Barcelona, Inter Milan, and Chelsea player.
Merci, il reste 67 pour moi. Merci beaucoup. Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, les spectateurs, aujourd'hui terminé la deuxième séquence de cette cérémonie. La deuxième séquence avec le maillot Sondour. Il y aura la Ramadal, il y aura Ismaël Lo, il y aura la Maréchal de Chachel, il y aura le spectacle majoré. Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, le gouvernement va rester. Il y aura des bons spectacles. Un gâteau, un spectacle. Il y aura des bonnes surprises.
All right, thank you very much again as you watched that interesting game there. As we were saying, it was more of an exhibition game, finally sort of, between the Senegalese All-Stars and some of their colleagues within the African continent. We have seen Africa's great players. There's a photo again between them. The game finished 1-1, Khalilou Fadiga with a beautiful strike. That was a long-range effort. That was a fantastic strike from Khalilou Fadiga, and then we had an equalizing goal from of the game, and it ended 1-1 after all. And now they of course, yes, this is a lovely moment. You can see it
has been a colorful 30 minutes, yeah. And you know,
this is the equalizing goal.
Sure, from the other side, yeah. Which is a very interesting goal as well, compared to which is
with a lovely finish,
more of a fake, you know, goal at the end of the day. Yeah. So it helps. It tells a lot of his side earlier on. It's a day of togetherness. As well as a continent that we can do it, we can go beyond this, you know, and together. So it's very important, and it's a important achievement for Senegal, for West Africa, and Africa as whole, as well, Amato.
He is doing well in African football. He's working with CAF, and yeah, so the African presidents are still seated. We hope, I know, hopefully maybe the event would close if there wouldn't be any other activities after this game. I think maybe very soon the heroes will start leaving. So I think we have witnessed some interesting moments today, Usman.
For sure, like I said, it's a moment of reflection for the fact that this means a lot for Senegal, not only Senegal, but Africa, to the sports of Africa in particular. You know, like when you go to
head coach, he was as a player. You know, he has done some remarkable achievement for Senegal, we have to say, and he is very calm, disciplined. He has been one of the most criticized coaches in football, especially in Senegal, but he managed to keep his cool, and eventually he gets Senegal to the dreamland. He missed the AFCON Championship as a player in 2002 against Cameroon in Mali, and then in 2019 as a coach against Algeria, he lost it. And 2021, as a coach, he won it.
So it's a clear indication that we have to trust our people. If you put people in front of you, if you put them in positions, you have to give them the go ahead. Put that trust in them, because it is trust that gave you that is what make you to give them such positions. So if they are managing such positions, give them to deliver, give them that space. But thank God he has proved them wrong, despite all the critiques that he has to improve on. other stuff. So, like I was saying as well, the way we have a European league, well recognized, we could have them in Africa. We have the likes of Sadio Mane, the likes of Mo Salah in Egypt. They can all come together. With leagues and
of African sports, maybe. Of course, a journey of transformation of African sports is about to start. Yes, we have some African countries, especially in the North African region, who have also great sporting facilities. South Africa also, you remember they hosted the 2010 World Cup. They also had some great stadiums, sporting facilities. So Senegal also building such a very, very modern, state-of-the-art facility. I think it's just remarkable. This is a monumental achievement for Senegal, for African sports, and I know when the youth Olympic Championship began, it starts of course in Senegal in 2026. That will be something else. We hope by then we'll have more talents for Africa who will be there to represent the continent in a very wonderful manner, and I think that's also it's just wonderful, and time I think to spread something inside the
like
picture.
African map.
Yeah,
for sure.
Wow, this is lovely. This is amazing. Yeah, it is. So Senegal's. This is the Deuxième Gaïndé they call them. They are the 12th man for the team. For sure. You also have the Alei Kaza. They used to make very lively and they support teams in any sporting discipline behind their national teams, and I think that was emulating as well. So wherever you might be watching right now, I think you might have witnessed some momentous occasion, and it's part of history, we have to say, and it might come to an end, but this is the inauguration ceremony. There's still probably something to be done and for us to witness part of this historic moment. And again, we remind you that the stadium is been named after the Senegalese former president Abdoulaye Wade, Maître Wade, if you like. So he also played an integral part in Senegal as a country, Usman.
For sure, all these achievements could not be made without his contribution as well, because one could say he was part of the people who laid the foundation, the likes of Leopold Senghor, they've all laid the foundation. So it's not an overnight thing, it's a process, and what that is telling us is that, together with time we can make it, because if you go back to America, you would notice that they have more than 40 presidents. And each president, every time you come with new development agendas. So this is something African leaders could learn from, and with that, Africa could go to another level with new initiatives being brought by new presidents.
Absolutely, and Senegal is 60 years, if not 60 something years old now, and yet still they only have 4 presidents. Leopold Sédar Senghor, Abdou Diouf, Abdoulaye Wade, and now is Macky Sall. So we are still witnessing some events, I think, which are about to take place. You can see. I hope we would witness something interesting here again. Hopefully before the event would finally close. But as you can see, look at this is how the outside look like. Usually we only see this in the other part of the world, in developed countries, but yeah, Gaïndé, that's what is written there. So look at this fantastic stadium. This is just so wonderful, Usman.
It's a new narrative of Africa, Senegal, West Africa. So it's unique, and it tells a lot about Africa's development, from colonialism till date. They are remarkable achievements, and it's at the year 2022, and people are expecting a lot of development from African. Like you said, these are all beautiful pictures, actually.
Yeah. and this beautiful stadium is built in Diamniadio, some miles away from the capital Dhaka. But you can see all these people, despite the distance, they have managed to be part of this historic moment. Look at the fans; they are all excited to be here. Some of them were in fact here since in the morning to wait for this historic moment. So the cultural part is now taking part. I think we would allow you to let's enjoy this and see if we can get the entertainment.
Non. Les assistants.
trying to show the Senegalese culture before the invited guest, Mbaye Faye. We all know him, and he is a very also good drum beater, and you know that was quite a very entertaining moment there, Osman.
For sure. No matter whatever thing you find yourself into, you would always run to become an African. So that is why it's always important to demonstrate the African culture, and it is one important aspect that has been shown here today to show the uniqueness or the togetherness of Africans and the importance of culture in our day-to-day life, or lively activities, one could say. And has to do with entertainment. It's all about entertainment, so it's important that our culture is also involved in our activities. So it has been a very long afternoon, and finally it's the musical jamboree and other musical performances. So
it's still taking place, as you can see there. Again, enjoy this together. To see, because you can see everybody is waving.
Dano sincero, munila degam julinga, munila degam wonga, nita jabon, benita jabon.
Encore une fois je me livre, mais t'as choisi de me laisser. Une page se tourne dans mon livre, et mis à mort.
Aigle. Le prince d'Adj. Archidorgos. Aigle. Mama ya, asera mabala, asera libre. Toko yana koya, oh mama.
Day for the fact that it's an inauguration, and we've seen many guests, different head of states coming in, the likes of Paul Kagame and and equally as well Erdogan of Turkey. So it's a very important occasion for Africa, Senegal, and West Africa, and it's important that African leaders we by looking at things that could take the sports sector to a different level.
Yeah, could we see this facility as a springboard for African sports as we move forward?
For sure, actually, one could see in that perspective for the fact that
after the former president Abdoulaye Wade, and you have witnessed all the speakers and of course some of the entertainment programs that have also take place today at the opening ceremony in Diamniadio in Senegal. So this is part of preparation and facilities that will be used for the 2026 Youth Olympic Championship in Senegal, and I know God willing we will all look forward to that, inshallah. And Senegal also as Africa.
Important that all parties involved should learn that this should should be the way forward for Africa, infrastructure in terms of sport, and to make sure that Africa moves to the next level when it comes to sport. And let's believe that Africa also has a future like other European countries and European.
We hope to bring you a live, of course, coverage of Gambia's women, of course, match against Cameroon in the AFCON women qualifiers. Gambia went to Cameroon. We lost by 8 goals to 0, but they hope to maybe turn around the scoreline. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe a miracle would happen for the darling, should I say, for the Queen Scorpions tomorrow. So we hope we'll bring you that game tomorrow live on Africa TV. 4 p.m. is the time. You can join us tomorrow for that. But for the meantime, stick around. More sports. Rustin up next. Thanks for watching and bye for now.